Shouldn't you tell
what
the secret?
what secret? No, I'm not telling them the secret. It's a secret.
I guess it makes sense.
Now I have to cut that out. You're an idiot. Are you okay?
Why do you have to cut that out? Just go back and listen to it. It might be the right.
You know what?
Thank you for tuning in to Sip on This with A Paris. About to get lit with these topics. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for the love and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, I bring to you this for you to sip on too.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sip on This. For anybody that knows me, and this guest to my right, they know tonight's episode is probably about to be hella ghetto. So, as you see, this young sir was like, your show is entitled Sip on This. We're damn sure about to be sipping. We got shots lined up. He concocted a cocktail. I just know we got tequila in it and pineapple juice. I'm pretty sure you put something else unnecessary in here.
Yeah, some soda. It was kind of flat. But
All right, you know what?
It spiced it up though. Yeah.
Anyway, for those that do not know, this is my brother Tyrrel, the Tyrrel Tate. We're gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna do the background stuff. We're just gonna dive right into the episode. So, since this is your first time, and we're also celebrating his return home, he just came back from playing in South America. So, let's go ahead and cheers up these set of tequila shots.
Shouldn't you tell
what
the secret?
What secret? No, I'm not telling them the secret. It's a secret.
I guess it makes sense.
Now I have to cut that out. You're an idiot. Are you okay?
Why do you have to cut that out? Just go back and listen to it. It might be the right.
You know what? Let's take this damn shot, man.
Don't break too hard. It's gonna be loud.
All right. You okay?
Ooh, a little bit.
A little okay?
I'm getting there.
All right. So look, Tyrrel, unlike my other episodes, he wanted us to freestyle this episode. Reason being is because anytime we're together, we be having some of the most outlandish conversations. Some get deep, some are just ghetto, for a lack of a better word. So, what do you have going on these days that you feel like we can talk about this evening, sir?
Well, I just got back from South America.
Okay, so how was that?
It was a good experience. I was in Uruguay. It's like right off the coast.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a beautiful place, like right off the beach. Had a nice city.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice place. People were very friendly.
Mm-hmm. How long were you there for again? I feel like you was out there for a minute, low-key.
Like 3 months.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that damn long. But then now that I think about it, yeah, you was gone for a minute.
That's not really that long, though. I mean, most seasons go from anywhere from like 6 months to 9 months. So. I mean, now that you put it in that aspect, yeah. But, I mean, 3 months is still a little minute, though. Yeah, it is. You definitely have to adjust and... Hold on, let me take this sip.
Sip on this guy. I hate him so much.
Yeah, so 3 months is enough to have to adapt to the culture. You know, like you have to learn how they live. You have to learn how to interact with them. You gotta learn their lifestyles and how they move and their norms and what they believe in.
Yeah.
Even not necessarily like what they believe in like religiously, but just like what they believe in as a community. You know what I mean? Like they were very friendly people. They weren't into like a lot of conflict or like, dramas, like free flowing people. So it made it easy. It made it an easy adjustment. But, you know, I mean, every place is different. Some places are more aggressive. Some places are dangerous. Some places are safe.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it was pretty safe then if the people were that chill. So what did you like most about your time that you spent there?
Just like any place, just like meeting the people, like networking and creating them bonds and relationships with teammates and coaches or whatever. Like,
did a lot of them speak English?
Broken English. I could understand it though. They was trying to teach me Spanish. I was trying to teach them English, you know, trying to do that type of thing. But
was there anybody else on the team from the States?
Yeah, my boy Aaron. Shout out my boy Aaron. I know he probably will watch this. Yeah, shout out my boy Aaron though. We was out there.
So it was only the two of you?
Yeah.
Have you ever been? I feel like clearly for us to be brothers, I feel like we don't really talk about what you be really doing. We talk about it, but not really in depth about your experiences playing in all these different countries. So like, have you ever been on a team where you're literally the only American and possibly the only person that speaks English?
Like, there's teams out there that are like that. This is the closest to that I've been in, where it's just only one more American. Mm-hmm. So it was an adjustment more so on the like language barrier, understanding.
Yeah,
it was more so on that tip, but yeah, this is the closest I got to that. I mean, but like I said, like the culture and the team and the people are nice and conflict free, so it made it easy. It made it an easy adjustment.
Damn, there was something I was gonna ask. So wait, you said it's on the coast. So like, did you ever get time, like in your free time, did you ever go to their beaches and stuff and see how their beaches are opposed to ours? I mean, because ours are pretty, for the lack of a better word, shitty.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, I lived like 1 block from the beach, so like, but it's their beaches are different because like hour and a half away from where I was is a beach called Punta de Esta, which is like their Miami Beach type of thing.
Okay.
See, where I was at was more like
the family
it was
friendly.
like if you looked at the beach, you would be like, damn, this shit is beautiful. Like ships out far, like this shit look nice, but in all actuality, it's like half river and half beach water.
Oh.
So it's not like. But like still give you like the beach vibe, still give you like the good energy and the free, you know what I mean, like the fresh air or whatever. So
did you ever get to party with the locals?
Actually, nothing was open like that because of COVID. So
oh damn, I didn't even think about that.
And the locals are really they were really chill. Like it's kind of like go do your job, go to practice, do this, and go home and chill. Like they don't really.
So they're not
like at the most they'll go out to eat.
They're not into hood rat shit like we are, is what you're saying.
No, they just more chill. They're really just chill. Like their culture in a whole like is just chill. Like it was super quiet. You could be in the middle of downtown walking around, but you could whisper and probably hear a mile away. Like that's how quiet it was out there. Like it was super chill. It was way different.
So I was, as you were describing this, I was thinking about like how the vibe is out in like Cali, but it's not quiet. So
no.
So never mind.
It's definitely not Cali for sure. Hell no. Hell no.
Okay, real quick. Before we change the topic, what do you think is your favorite place that you've played in so far?
Favorite place.
Because you've been a lot.
Favorite place.
Oh well, I guess you can say both. Like, what was your experience like on the team versus the place that you were?
Favorite place? Oh man.
Yeah, because you've been to quite a few places,
Yeah,
so that's why I asked the question. I was always curious.
I'll say that I've actually played in. My top two. Number 2 is Dallas, Texas. That was a great place.
I was actually more so thinking out of the country.
Oh, I mean, even
but that's crazy. Even out of the country,
I like Dallas a lot.
I hear a lot of great things about Dallas, and I've never been. I definitely got to get out there one day.
I like Dallas. It's
I heard
got that southern vibe to it, but it's like a little bit more spread out than here. It's nice. My number 1 would probably be Vancouver, Canada.
Oh shit, you have told me that
Vancouver,
before.
It's nice, postcard beautiful, like mountains and like you got the beach, and then behind you big ass city, and then on the other side of the water is nothing but mountains. Like it's ridiculous.
That sounds like a Canadian version of Cali.
It's literally the LA of
Canada.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's fucking nice. Like,
the way that you described it, that's all I was picturing was LA.
Yeah, it's nice as shit. Like,
so,
but actually, as like a whole, I like Mexico. I like Mexico.
Yeah, you've been down there a couple times.
I like
you know
Mexico.
what?
I like the way of life. I'll say that. I like Mexico's way of life.
I've been to Mexico. I mean, clearly not for work like this guy. I've been there on vacation a couple times, and it's crazy because I've been there 2 times, and I'm going back in August actually. And it's funny because every time I go to Mexico, I have a different experience because like I went to Cancun for the first time I went to Mexico, and I guess it's considered like their East Coast or whatever. And Cancun is way different than Cabo. Cabo is like, it's crazy because the people in Cancun, I feel like, were a lot more nice. People in Cabo, I feel like, were more Americanized. They knew a lot more English and stuff like that. And I feel like because they were more Americanized, on the lowest of keys, they were low-key assholes. They were like mean as shit. Yeah. And like they were like, they honestly reminded me of like how people try to like bargain. Like it's a lot of bargaining that they do in all these places that tourists are known to go to anyway. It's a lot of people that try to sell you certain products or whatever, you know, to take back home to their families. But I feel like in Cabo, it was like OD. Like it was someone always trying to sell you something aggressively at that. And they were always like telling you to tip them. It was just a lot going on or whatever. So that was kind of like a culture shock when I went.
You ain't seen nothing unless you went to China. But well, you can ask me about that after we finish.
I mean, or you could talk about that experience now.
I mean, China's aggressive, man. Like from what I seen, like it's aggressive. Like I went down to the black market. I found black market in like a couple of the cities. And just like literally, I'll be like, if you ask about something, they're damn near gonna make you buy it. Like you could talk them down. Like if you go somewhere, I don't care if it's designer, if you're buying your kids something, if you're buying some like watches or something. If you make a price and you stick to it, and those like not necessarily like the main stores, but like you know, if you go to a black market or something, you make a price. Like they gonna say what they want, but if you walk away, they gonna call you back, yo. You gonna they gonna want to talk more. Like
they're like, you're not about to waste my time.
I remember I bought my daughter like I was buying her something out of the kids section, but I just asked about it. I was like, how much is this? I ain't really trying to spend that much money. I'm just like, yo, how much is this? And she like, tell me a price. I don't remember what the price was, and it was just like, oh no, I ain't doing that. I'll do like $10 yen. You feel me? Like at the most. So I like walking off. She legit like grabs my arm, like pulled my arm, and she was like nah, like, and then like she was like, hey, what you got? Like, and I was like, I got this, and she took it. She like snatched out my hand. She like grabbed whatever it was, and like threw it in the bag, and was just like, all right, thank you. Like that, like it's a different type. Like I'm talking about. When you say aggressive, every store you walk by, they're outside of the store. Like, hey, come here, like almost grabbing you in there. Like, come here, see what I got. Yeah, Gucci, Louis, whatever. Kid stuff, man, watches, wallets, whatever. Like
I hate stuff like that.
Like, but it's like, even if you like it or dislike it, like
you respect it.
I respect it because it's like that's their culture. You know what I mean? When you going to a place like that, like you have to accept how they live. You know what I mean? If you don't, then you won't like the trip or you won't respect the trip. You know what I mean? Just be like, I don't fuck with that place. But it's like you didn't even give it a chance because you was just looking at it through how you want to look at it. But like that's not the reality, and I feel like that reality, like athletes that go overseas and play, like they realize that, like it's like, oh shit, like it ain't about me. You know what I mean? It's not about what I'm used to anymore. Like that, all that shit is out the window. Like I gotta adapt to how they live, or I'm gonna hate this shit and be ready to go. So it's like it's either or. You know what I mean? It's like, so why even stress yourself out? It's like, why don't you just try it? You know what I'm saying? You might find shit you like, or find something within yourself that I mean, might pull some shit out of you.
I feel like with you saying that, I feel like you're more cultured than me in the aspect of, one, of course you've played and been to more places than me, but I'm used to going to like tourist places that have like resorts that are like, you know, friendly to the tourists because they're like catering to the people that are coming, pouring their money into the country's tourism and stuff like that. Whereas you're not even going to necessarily the tourist locations or whatever. So you're getting that real authentic like culture every place that you go. So your experience, even with our discussion about Mexico, like my experience in Mexico is most likely completely different than yours.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like I feel like on the lowest of keys, you played some like in some random places in Mexico too.
Yeah, but like the the last city I was in Sonora, Hermosillo, which is like a capital of the city. So it's nice. Like it's known for their food and stuff. Like so.
I bet their Mexican bus. I love Mexican food.
I ain't gonna lie. It was a spot there, right? So the way it's set up, it's like food trucks like this, and then like it's like a cutoff part, and then it's like a stage in a bar, and like that's like you got to be 18 or older, or however that. Yeah, I think they drinking age is 18.
Yeah, I think it's 18.
Yeah, so like it got to be that to get past that point. But like the food trucks, it was this burrito truck.
I know it was fire.
It was that. The sauce was just it was just OD. Like yeah, they definitely got some good food. But it's very where I was at then was very modernized. I mean Americanized also. So like
a lot of people spoke English.
It had a Wingstop like. IHOP.
Oh shit!
Like it wasn't just like your normal Burger King or McDonald's when you overseas. Like it had like legit. Like I'm going to IHOP like getting breakfast sandwich.
I feel like ignorant when I'm about to say this, but that always throws me off when I go overseas and see shit that we have here, and I go over there and see the same shit. I'm like, because some places, like for instance Jamaica is big on. They're serious about KFC, and a lot of
China too.
And like
China's KFC,
Pizza Hut or
It's not neither one of those.
Domino's?
Might be Domino's.
Somewhere I went, Domino's was really big.
China,
I can't remember where.
They KFC, McDonald's, but it's like from the States. Me personally, I don't know. I might just be just how my outlook is, but like when I look at Burger King, I'm like, y'all don't really like how y'all sticking around. But if you go overseas, Burger King is like a big thing.
Yeah,
in like Mexico, China, like in China. When I seen a Burger King, my heart like my shit dropped.
Yeah,
like,
you
I was
taste
like,
the
oh
home.
my god, bro, that Whopper was better than anything I ever tasted after being in small cities in China where it's not like no American food. It's like you eating whatever they give you, and it's like it's
I remember
like I ate rice and watermelon at one point for like 2 weeks straight. Like,
no, I remember you FaceTimed me for my birthday the first time you went to China. Do you remember this? You FaceTimed me and was like, bruh. And I realized you had lost a lot of weight. I was like, bruh, what you doing? Like, you must be playing your ass off. You lost a lot of weight. You said, bruh, I have only been eating rice, watermelon, and broccoli the whole time I've been out here.
And I don't believe in nothing cold. So, like, if you get water, it's going to be warm. If you get milk for something in the morning, it's warm. Like, nothing's cold. They don't believe in ice. You can't get ice. And like the small places in China, like when I went to Beijing Island, it's just more Americanized. But like when I was traveling through the small spots, it's like they don't like they culture comes out. You feel me? And that's where the respect comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're saying like it's two different things when you're on a
resort.
If you're in a resort or some shit like that, like you're basically just in America on Mexican soil. You feel me? Like you're not. Even if you leave the resort, it's like, oh yeah, I left the resort though. Like, okay, like, all right.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same when you have to like adapt to the culture. You don't have to adapt. You just have to live that shit for the couple hours you were at the resort. Like, so it's different. It's like, and I feel like that's where it's a different respect. You know what I mean? Like I would tell people to travel in both ways.
Yeah.
Like go to resorts, go on cruises, go to these places, but also. Maybe just pick a place you want to go and just stay in the city. And just stay there for a week. Yeah. You know what I mean? It'll be a different culture shock, a different respect for it, like if you're open minded to that. You know? Or you're just gonna hate it. One of the two.
That reminds me, one of my coworkers, actually it was one of my old managers. So I went to Costa Rica, but she went like a few years before I did. Excuse me. And she actually I don't know how the hell she ended up doing this, but she somehow ended up staying with a family, like in a village, staying like in one of their rooms, and they took them on their own like personalized set of like excursions and stuff. And like she was telling me that they took them through like a rainforest, because like that's what Costa Rica is kind of known for. Like they have a lot of like different rainforests and shit. And she was telling me about how they took them on some like tour through the rainforest, and how their road was like so narrow, and they're driving their own vehicle, and they're just like, bruh, one wrong turn and we're off the cliff. Like you can look out the window and it's nothing.
I've had friends that have told me wild stories about like clips like that. I ain't about to get into all that, but I've had friends that told me about like one slip up on a steep curve, yeah, your ass, like, yeah, for real, like.
Yeah, and they be and like the way they drive is just like it's so normal to them because that's their everyday life. But of course, us going over there, we're like, what the hell is this?
Again, if you ain't witnessed crazy ass driving to you with the China.
Oh yeah, I heard they have. I heard they have like the world's worst like traffic and all that shit.
What? I work out with a guy named Bob McKinnon. Does a lot of stuff for the NBA, G League. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of camps overseas for the NBA. Mm-hmm. He goes to China and Europe and all those places, Mexico, and I asked him one day, I was like, where's the craziest track? Because I knew in my mind, I was like, when I went to China, I'll tell you why I said it, but I was like, yo, I know China got the craziest drive. So I asked him, like, yo, coach, like, what in your opinion is the worst driving? Without any hesitation, in 0.2 seconds, he said China. The wildest. Like, imagine New York City on heroin.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. Like, with more scooters than cars.
Yeah.
So it's even more nuts. Like, we was on a bus, and we trying to make a left turn across traffic. He's literally just inching out and making them stop.
Yeah.
Like that's how they drive.
Like,
yeah,
they're aggressive.
It's like you're on scooters, I'm in a bus, bitch. Like, know your lane. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna turn right now. It's crazy. Like it was just crazy to me. It was just like, damn, bro. Like it was times you'd just be in the seat and you'd just grab some shit. Like,
I'm so triggered because when I went to Jamaica for my birthday, that's exactly how I felt. Because for one, it threw me off because I knew this going to Jamaica that they drive on the opposite side. So that wasn't too hard to get used to, but what threw me off, bruh, it was like a whole monsoon outside and we were going to an excursion. Bruh was pushing, he had to be going about 80 on these narrow ass, like tight ass turns and shit, and he just moving. He don't give a damn. And like I'm sitting here like I think my cousin fell asleep, and I'm looking like, how are you comfortable enough to fall asleep?
Sometimes it's just better just go to sleep. Hey, look, if you scared of flying, just go to sleep. Right?
I was sitting there like, wait, can we talk about flying real quick? So my theory is, tell me if you do this. Why is it that, I don't know if it's just me, but when I get on a flight, I will get in the seat, get comfortable, and it's like the moment that they put on, like, I guess it's the AC, and you see like the fumes and shit in the air. I honestly feel like it's low-key sleeping gas, because, bro, I swear, I be knocked out before takeoff.
Oh, man.
I will wake up and we're mid-flight, and I'm just chilling. I'm like...
I mean, that's a given. I'm going to sleep before the flight anyway.
Like...
Off run. As soon as I get in the seat, mind you, I probably... stayed up all night the night before.
Period.
Yeah, I'm probably hungover. Or
I hate you so much.
I'm just like, if I know I got a flight, I'm trying to do anything to not have to focus on that whole process.
Yeah.
Because that process, like, it blows me. Like, mind you, I carry my PlayStation, so I gotta take my PlayStation, put it on the screen, put it back in, do this, do that. Like, it's just. The whole process of it, you got connecting flights. You might be I be in big ass airports when you go overseas. So it's like you're in a big ass Atlanta airport. You might have to go all the way across the airport. It's just
you know what?
Not factors.
Not to cut you off. So something else.
Spit on me, bro. It's good.
You didn't have to say that. You really didn't have to say that. That was the scene that you just called.
It was the tequila.
Anyway, fool. So not to cut you off, but I hear that. Depending on what countries that you travel to, you have to abide by like their like their customs, like their culture or whatever. So, for instance, someone that we know, I remember when she traveled to Dubai, when she did her research, she was talking about how females still have to be covered up. Even American females, they are expected to be covered up, even during their layovers, like in the airport. So, have you experience anything during layovers where you're like, oh shit, I gotta adjust to this for this allotted amount of time or whatever, since, you know, I'm in this foreign country and these are their rules and regulations and things that they live by?
I've actually never heard that you had to be covered up in the airport or
like I said, that's females though. You gotta think about it. Females have different.
I've never heard about. I don't think you can control what somebody does, even if like it's a part of their culture or not.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak on that because I've never experienced that.
It just made me, when she brought that up, it made me think about how, so for those that don't know, I work in pharmaceuticals, and when we have audits from these people that are from foreign countries, we try to adapt to what they're used to. So like it helps like our process move along smoother. So like people that come from the Middle East or whatever, like for instance, like us with the tattoos and stuff, they don't believe in tattoos and stuff like that. So they tell us, like, they prep us in preparation for these audits and stuff. They're like, hey, for those of you that maybe have piercings and tattoos and stuff like that, if you're working along people that will be assisting us in the audit, you're expected to like abide by what they're used to. So they ask you to like to properly cover up to an extent, even as a man or whatever. So I remember having to like wear long sleeves during summers because in their culture, like that's not acceptable. Yeah. So we're having to adapt to their culture or whatever for the allotted time that they're here for the audits until they leave to go home or whatever.
Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't really experienced a lot of stuff in that area. But I mean, to my knowledge, from what I have experienced, I mean, I would say, like, obviously they believe in what they believe in,
right.
But they also like, I mean, they would know if you're American. You know what I mean? They wouldn't. It'd be like if they come here, we can't just tell them drop what they do and do what we do. You know what I mean? So it's like it's an understanding. They will look at you like it's not a big deal. Like, they'll look at you and be like, oh, you're not from here. Right. So it's like I don't see that being a big deal. Like obviously they would like and respect it more if you try to do it or whatever. Like even to American stint, you know what I mean? If a girl try to just cover up a little bit more or something, like obviously they'll respect that more, but they would also respect the fact that they're not from there. And, you know, you might not even know what they believe in. You know, you might just be going to because you're at a resort or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like so they understand that too.
Yeah, I can see that too.
They're not dumb. They're not uneducated. You know what I mean? They just Just from a different place. Yeah.
So, damn, I'm trying to think of, I lost my train of thought that damn fast. That's wild. It's the tequila. Which, by the way, this is a thick ass glass that you gave me. And I've been peeping you. I haven't seen you sip anything, but the fact that you're lower than me has me a little confusion. How?
It's not really confusing.
Did you just give me more than what you gave you?
I mean, you can go back to the beginning of the tape and find out. I mean,
you know what? I'm not. For those that don't know, you know what? Disclaimer. Clearly, due to the fact that we're brothers, I'm actually surprised this is going as smooth as what it has because me and you argue a lot. And I feel like people that know us are going to watch this knowing that this is going to be a mess to an extent because we argue so much. And I feel like you started, but you feel like I started. But I just feel like that's like our dynamic. Like we just argue.
I mean, shout out my boy Trav. He might watch this. He might not. Trav in between. But
I hate you so much.
But like me and my boy Trav, like we kind of got the same relationship. Like we like if we agree. Like it's no love lost. You feel me? Yeah. It's just like. I respect that you have your own opinion. You respect that I have my own opinion. Yeah. I respect that you're your own person. Yeah. I respect that I'm my own person. That's the relationships I build with anybody I'm with. Right. Like, it's like I don't think you can find one person that said I judged them off of who they were. You feel me? I don't care, bro. Like if you're this way or that way or this or you got that or you got this, I don't care, bro. Like, I treat everybody the same. Like I'm not judging you. I'm not none of that. Like be who you are, you feel me? Like, to the fullest extent, you know what I mean? And I respect you more of being who you are than trying to act like something you're not. You feel me? Like
I agree.
Just keep it real. Just be like every time somebody try too hard, you can point it out. You know, what I mean? It's just like, shit, man.
Absolutely.
That's what you on, fam. Like,
You know what? To go off of what you just brought up, though, it's so funny because I think
this is me sipping.
Shut up.
Since you never seen
Bro,
it,
I
gave you more. You haven't said, bro. No.
Bro, see, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like had I not mentioned that, we could have potentially went this whole time without a spat. You made me lose my whole train of thought just then.
All right, so let me.
Do you even remember what I was talking about?
No, I don't. So let me start the let me ask you a question.
Oh my gosh, what?
I'm gonna ask you to
Oh, I know what I was about.
I'm gonna ask you something deep, bro. I'm gonna ask you something deep.
Okay.
All right. So, how is it? No, let me think about how I need to word this. How is it having a father figure in your life? Even just how is it having a father figure in your life?
I feel like it's necessary. I feel like
why is it necessary?
Because I feel like my father helped me shape, and I tapped into this just slightly. My dad actually wants to do an episode. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have to move it to next season.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know, my stepfather raised me, so I don't have any like relationship with my biological father or whatever, which is why the relationship I have with my stepdad, as you know, is like really like near and dear to me or whatever. And I honestly don't know where I would be in life without a father figure, because I feel like, especially as black men, we already know the stereotype that like we don't have a father figure. Like 9 times out of 10, when you talk to another black male, they grew up without their actual father, and like the father figures that they did have weren't necessarily the best, because again, if you ask those individuals, most of the time they grew up without fathers too.
Yeah.
So it's the blind leading the blind to an extent, if you get what I'm saying. So I feel like without my dad, I honestly don't know where I would be, especially because of like, and my mom and dad talked about this not too long ago, because like, as you know, like my mom, when she was pregnant with me, was in Cleveland. And for those that don't know, Cleveland is a pretty rough city, especially where my family kind of like stemmed from or whatever. And you played like near Canton or whatever. Well, in Canton. Yeah, so you may have ventured out. Did you ever go to Cleveland?
On New Year's.
Cleveland is like...
It's ratchet.
Cleveland is ratchet, bro.
We was in like a ballroom that was made up for the New Year's night with like put together tables. We was at a table.
Yeah.
But it was like put together tables. It was crazy.
Yeah, so like... For those that don't know, just know Cleveland isn't the nicest place.
Facts.
So, so like I asked my mom, I was like, you know, because the only reason why I wasn't raised in Cleveland is because my mom actually got laid off when she was pregnant with me. So we talked to the fact that had my mom not left Cleveland and decided to move, and my aunt and uncle at the time kind of like played matchmakers with my parents or whatever, and that's how, you know, they started dating and stuff like that. And I had a conversation with them, and I was like, yo, had you never made that decision to leave Cleveland when you did, I honestly don't know how it would have turned out, because Cleveland is another fast-paced city, just like most big major cities up north, that like if you don't have the right people around you, it can like eat you up and spit you out, and the streets get the best of you. So I honestly don't know where I would be for that reason had he not been a part of my life, because even though we live in Raleigh, whether we realize it or not, is still a major city.
Yeah,
and growing at that, and you'll be surprised about the stuff that people get caught up into when living here. Like, for instance, I'll just be transparent. Like, I had a cousin that I grew up with. He was from a smaller town. When he moved here, like, his entire demeanor changed. Like, the city literally just, like, the streets literally just took him in.
Yeah.
And, like, I saw him do, like, all sorts of stuff and put his parents honestly through hell.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, like, why do you keep doing this? Like, morally, you know what you're doing is wrong. But for whatever reason, he just couldn't shake out that lifestyle.
In
but
my opinion, the reason is, I mean, your environment plays a big impact on
honestly, yeah, but what's crazy is his environment was actually pretty decent because he grew up in a 2-parent household. But
that's not really environment. I feel like environment is like where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a 2-parent household in the middle of the hood, or you can have a two-person
parent household
in Malibu.
Yeah.
It's two totally different. Like even if it's two, like yeah, you're gonna learn the lessons from it because you have them parents to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it ain't necessarily gonna be like the same thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like in-house shit is it's hard to correlate that with environment to me. You know what I mean? Environment is when you go outside as a kid. Who you playing with?
Yeah.
What kids are you playing with?
So
you know what I mean? The demographics. What parents of those kids are you dealing with?
Yeah.
Like that's the type of shit you see, and that's the type of shit that makes you.
Yeah.
I feel like so it's like a lot of the shit is. That's why I feel like a lot of the shit that you go through as a kid are growing up to make you who you are at a younger age, more so than an older age. But like like early teens, like middle school, the beginning of high school, like them friends, those people have a big impact on you.
Absolutely.
I feel like those people like make you more of who you are because you're more raw as a person. You know what I mean? You're more like, I do this,
innocent.
I do that. Yeah. Like I'm just trying to learn life. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to learn life. I feel like I know everything, but I know I don't at the same time. So it's like those people you come in contact with at that time, and you know what I mean. That's why you find friends that be like, yeah, bro, I knew you since middle school. You know, whatever the case may be. But
something that I keep coming across now that you touched on that a bit is a lot of people feel as though they owe certain people loyalty due to the amount of years that they've known somebody. And that is such a touchy subject because...
It's not a touchy subject at all.
Oh, well, what's your take on that?
I mean...
I know my stance on it, but...
I mean, my stance is you loyal if you loyal.
Yeah.
Period. If I knew you from day one or if I knew you from yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, if your intentions is clear...
Yeah, I agree.
It ain't no. That's how I am.
No, I get
like,
it.
I don't care if you family. I don't care if you a friend. I don't care if I knew you since day one. I don't care if I met you a month ago. Like, I ain't basing it on that.
Yeah.
I'm basing on how your actions and what you're doing at that time. Like that's what I don't care about that, bro. I don't care.
I agree with that too because and I think I take it a step a little deeper than that just because again due to the dynamic that I grew up in a blended family, so I'm used to calling people family that aren't biologically family, if that makes sense.
Than me?
No, I'm not negating.
No. I'm just saying, you think you do? I got more family that's not blood to me than I do.
Absolutely. Honestly, on the lowest of keys, I feel like that's most people.
Yeah, it could. No, I can't say that because my family on my dad's side is all about family.
Yeah.
The Tate name or whatever, it's family to the death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how they are.
Yeah.
But also, I came to Raleigh from Canada with my mom at the age of 5 or 6. It's
I don't even think you were that old on the lowest of keys.
Yeah. So it's my mom's side of the family, they care and love for me. I understand that being older, but it's I never built that relationship with them because I just wasn't there.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's crazy because my first 2 years that I played my first year I got drafted to the D League. My next 2 years I played in Canada.
I remember that.
When I played in Canada, I played in a small ass.
Oh, I remember. We had those FaceTime chats.
Named Moncton, bro. And I had my mom's brother lived there. His wife was from there.
I remember that.
And he had 3 daughters. You know what I mean? And it's them 2 years. It was a beauty being able to grow with them. You know what I mean? See my mom's side of the family. I know them, obviously, my grandma and all them. But, I was there 6 months for 2 years.
I remember that.
So, it's I really learned them. I'm over there eating dinner. We playing Monopoly. They know. And I beat you on Monopoly every time. Too.
You know what's crazy? Uncle Dave watches all my stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I grew it. It was a different respect for it. You know what I mean? Like when you don't have that family there, like you just feel like they're not there. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's not a thought. It's not a thought because they were never there, so it's nothing to even think about. But when you go there and you see like the love is still there, like damn, like
regardless of the number of years,
I love y'all like y'all was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel with them. Like I don't have to talk to them. We don't have to talk every day. But if I play amongst it tomorrow, it's love. Like,
Yeah.
if they come to the States and I'm here, it's love.
Yo,
like,
I'm so triggered because something else that I keep coming across too is like, I come across the posts on like different like social media platforms. Like for instance, like Instagram. You know how it's certain pages that post like inspirational quotes and stuff like that. And I like the quotes that basically are like everybody. Well, hopefully. Most people have that one person or those people that they can go months without talking to, but they know the love is always there. And like when they do link up, it's like no time was lost.
Man, that's me and my boy Donald, man. Shout out my boy.
Oh yeah, Trippy, yo.
My boy Shout out my boy Don. We always talk about that every time we link. We like, bro, we don't even like. We don't talk on the phone. We don't text.
To be real, me and you, every time that you're going
for 4 or 5 year stint, we was together every single day.
Yeah,
every single day. I'm talking about every single day.
They shouldn't have been together.
No, we should though. We got into a lot of mischief for sure. But like every day, so it was like, bro, I can't like talking to you on the phone. That shit ain't doing that, bro. Like, you know where I'm at. If I'm here, I'm hitting them like. I'm in town, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know where I'm at. Find me, like, you know what I mean? Like, he got his responsibilities now. I got mine. So, I mean, obviously, we not where we was back then. But, like, off the rip, like, if we link, it's like you said, nothing, no love lost, no nothing lost. Like,
it's like you don't miss a beat.
Yeah, like you pick up like you from back then. So, you got to have those genuine relationships, man. Like, as you get older, like, you got your responsibilities, they got their responsibilities, you got your shit you trying to do, they got their shit they trying to do. You're not going to be able to talk like y'all used to or hang out like y'all used to. Like, and I feel like that's not what it is as you get older. Like, it's just not that. Like, it's not that. So it's like that's when you know, like, if something was, if a relationship you had, you know what I mean, like friendship or whatever was worth it. Like, it was like, yeah, bro, like, that's my guy. Like, like, you know what I mean? I got people that I played with for one season that I'd be like, that's my guy. Like, this is my guy. Like, somebody asks, oh, you know somebody? Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Like, 100%, bro. Like, that's my boy. Like, it ain't gotta be a 10-year stand or whatever. It's like, bro, if we you know what I'm saying, like, connected on that level, it's like, bro, you real peoples, I'm real peoples, you know what I'm saying? And y'all just vibe out, then that's what it is, bro. Like, it ain't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel, bro. It's just like, yo, like, it's a genuine vibe. It's like, you cool as fuck, bro. Like, you bros, you ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both on the same, y'all path, you know what I mean? Like, you trying to make it, I'm trying to make it. Why you ain't gotta hate, bro. Like, I feel like hate is unnecessary. Like, for what? Like,
yo, I'm so triggered now that you say that, because I feel like in order to like hate on somebody, you kind of got to go out your way to have the energy to hate somebody. Like,
that's for sure.
I don't get it, especially if you're somebody that I don't really know that well. Like, why am I spending so much energy like finding something about you I don't like?
I mean,
maybe that's just me. I never really understood people that move that way.
I just feel like it comes from, like, you ain't trying to focus on your own life.
I feel like
that's what it is.
I feel like the piggyback off of what you just said, I feel like sometimes people that breathe too much life into certain, like, other people to a point that it comes off as like hate, is they spot something in that person that they wish that they possess within themselves. 100%. And it's more so like jealousy. And they're just like, damn, like, that person's living their best life. I wish I had, you know, certain things in my life aligned the way that they are over there, like, comfortable in their skin, whatever the case may be. And what it is I learned this from my therapist friend, shout out to Shaniqua, it's just a case of, like, anger displacement. Like, it's like the stuff that you're finding on that person to like hate on them. It's just like, bro, like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's us.
Nah,
because
I just feel like.
Hey, so I don't mean to cut you off, but this is hitting me.
Nah, for real.
I don't know how. Compare glasses real quick. How?
Yeah, I'm about half of where you at.
I'm sorry. I know I'm yelling. I'm so sorry. It's the tequila.
Nah, but I just feel
you
like
can't sip no more till I catch up to you. Wait,
man, well, you need to hurry up.
don't bully me on my own stuff. That's not what we're here to do.
Hate is funny, man. Hate, jealousy. Words
What do
like
you mean
that,
funny?
Words like that are funny to me because it's like where do those words stem from? Like, what is hate? What is hating on somebody? It's hating on somebody because in my definition, hate on somebody.
Not definition. It's the tequila for me.
My definition of hate is just not loving yourself.
I mean,
so that's how I look at it. It's like, and I feel like that's why, like I said earlier, like I don't judge people. If you a hater, bro. That's who you are, though. You feel me? Like, if you're denying who you are, like not necessarily like I'm not a hater. Like obviously, if you're a hater, you're not gonna just say I'm a hater. Like, but it's like
most haters don't know they're haters, but that's a different
but
conversation.
It's like, if you just going about it like, if I can really genuinely feel, if I can genuinely feel like, all right, bro, you're not hating. This is just who you are. Then I respect that. That's the difference. I feel like America as a whole, like being in different countries, this is where that kicks in. Like America doesn't accept people for who they are.
I'm so triggered by this.
And I feel like that's a big like problem. Like when you go to other like places, it's like I have to respect what they do. You feel me? I have to. And if I want to make it easy for myself, I'm gonna try to adapt to it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I feel like America's so like if it's not this way, it's wrong. And that's not the case.
When I tell y'all I'm so triggered by this.
Like that's not the case. Like that's just a way that America wants you to think. You feel me? So it's like I don't believe in hate and jealousy. I just be like, bro, you got some shit in yourself that you need to get solved.
Right, that you need to sort out.
And if I feel like you at a place where you know that's who you are and that's who you are, I will hang out with you, bro. I will know what to say and not to say, but I will hang out with you. You are cool with me, bro. You know who you are. But if you come and you trying to act like something you're not, you need to get your shit together. Like, you got some shit you need to get. Like, I ain't gonna, like, I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, cause like suicide and shit like that is real. Like, I'm not about to dust you off like you can't come this way with that shit. Like, you feel me? But it's like I'm not gonna like associate myself with that. You feel me? But it's just like everything comes within yourself. You feel me? Like. Your shit that you gotta get in order with yourself for different situations, whether it's your career, relationship, friendship, social life, you know what I'm saying, what activities, whatever, like, you have to get that shit situated with yourself. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm a type person, I'm gonna respect you for who you are. I respect you more if you're being real with who you are. And if I can tell that you try to fake, like, I'm not like this, but I can tell that you are like this, like, that's gonna make me be like, cool.
Avoid them.
Not even avoid them, just separate myself from them. Like, oh, you can do that, but I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, control what I can control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people try to control what they can't control. You know what I mean? And I have that problem sometimes when I go into season. I try to control shit I can't control, but I mean.
So, you just touched on quite a bit here because I know we're kind of approaching our time, but I'm going to try to get this off real quick. But it's like, I'm trying to find something specific that you said to build off of.
Hold on, but
first off, you on my business. Don't do that.
What was the rule we made before we started the podcast?
Don't do that.
Can you just tell the fans?
Don't do that. I'm not. First off, they're not fans. Don't do that.
Can you tell the audience? I feel like the audience.
You in my business.
We said that we were going to finish the cut before the timer went
First off, we didn't say anything. Because if we really going to be real, as you said, you don't like when people not being real. If we going to be real, you showed up late.
I did.
You showed up late, and I was already a whole wine bottle in before you showed up. Granted, you had drinks before you came to. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But then we took shots before we started shooting, so don't do that too.
Business, though.
Don't do.
That was okay.
You made it their business when you came for me.
All I'm saying is,
so first off, you showed up late.
I did.
You tried to hit the ground running by having us taking shots, doing drinks, and you filled.
I mean,
you did a lot. I still feel like
none of that was
if
on
we're being
camera,
real,
so I'm not gonna say that.
If we're being real, I don't give a damn. This is my shit. They believe me. They don't even know you like that. I feel like for starters, you definitely gave me more than what you gave you.
On me, I didn't. I would never do that. I would never tell you to do something that I wouldn't do ever. I would never encourage anybody to do anything I wouldn't do. For real, that's something I live by. I would never tell somebody to do something I wouldn't do.
I'm not arguing with you because
you already know I wouldn't.
First off, no, I'm not arguing with you because that's what the people that know us expect out of us. So that's why I'm not giving that energy to those people because that's what they expect. They expect for us to argue during the segment of our episode, and I'm not doing that.
We haven't even really gotten to an argument conversation yet. It didn't really get that deep yet.
I mean, we touch on real surface level type stuff.
Yeah, it is kind of chill.
But can we actually dial back real quick? What made you ask that question about the father figure in my life? And like what did you say? Like, why do I feel like it's essential or something along the lines of that? Sorry, this is the tequila. Now we're having to dial back to see why that conversation even occurred in the first place.
I mean, honestly, for different reasons. I mean, one, got a five-year-old. Gonna be 6 next month on 18th. So that's one reason. And two, also like, I mean, I'm an active dad. Like I can talk to if I want to, but like I'm not gonna say we had the best relationship or like I would take any advice.
Like I said,
like more like a friendship. So I just wanted to know, like, I came from more of a place where it's like it was just different. You know what I'm saying? I know your dad. You know what I mean? I know your dad. So I know like how he is and how he'll stop you for a speech or tell you something that you need to hear.
I don't mean to cut you off. My pops is on the lowest of keys. He plays the uncle role for everybody around me. It's like, because the way that my pops was raised, they don't sugarcoat shit.
Not at all.
So if they see something in you that they feel like you need to know, they're absolutely going to pull you aside, give you the information.
Shout out Uncle G.
Right. And the motto that they live by is you will not be able to like go on with your life and say nobody had this particular conversation with me. My pops is absolutely it's a tequila sorry.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Sip on this
tequila for me. He's absolutely going to have the difficult conversations because he knows He knows growing up, especially he knows all of our people too. It's like if he sees something in you and he knows you're not having a certain conversation that needs to be had, he's going to assert himself and be like, oh, well, I'm going to give you this information because he doesn't believe in you going off and finding out information you should already know the hard way.
100%.
And
mine's more so like, just like, no, man, you're gonna figure it out on your own. Just gonna leave it at that. You know?
But unfortunately, I feel like that's a lot of people's reality, finding out a lot of stuff and lessons. But I want to say self.
But you asked me why I asked you that question, and it's because it's like how you feel like it was essential. I learned so much from him not being there. Obviously, that can go two routes too.
Yeah,
that can go two different roads. But I personally, like, anybody that knows my relationship that I have with my daughter, like, they know, like, I might not see her as much as I want. I might be gone more than I want to be. Yeah. But when I'm with her, I'm talking to her, she got my all. My 100% all. And it ain't nobody that knows me that can tell me otherwise. I know, like, I used to struggle. Like, I used to really struggle. Like, honestly struggle with, like just like that, damn, am I away? She's not gonna know who I am. She's
Yeah.
not gonna care.
I know.
Like I struggled with that bad, like badly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really struggled with that, and it was just like when I pulled up to Maryland or I pulled up to her daycare and I got her, and just that feeling she gave me off rip where she's just running to me, or that just a simple wave where I can just tell she's so happy, but maybe she's trying to hold it back, or maybe she's not. Like I can that just like those moments will make your life if you're really invested. Like those are the moments. Like not hanging out with her all day, not doing this. Like the moments when I can tell she really cares. You know what I mean? So she tell me she loved me genuinely without me like saying I love you first, or like just coming up and giving me a hug, or just like, you know what I mean, wanting to be around you, or like whatever. It's just like the security or whatever it might be. Like it's just different. Like I can honestly say, like, being before a parent and being a parent now, like, that quote when they say you don't know until you have a kid, like, you really don't know. I didn't care. Like I was always cool with kids. Kids never bothered me. Yeah. But I didn't care. Like, it was neither here nor there. Like with pets with me. Pets are neither here nor there. Like, I don't care about having a pet. And if I have a pet, if a pet's in the vicinity, whatever, what I got going on, like, it doesn't bother me. So it's either way, but that's how kids were. But now that I have a kid, it's like, if I see parents, like, in the grocery store just being a good parent, or, like, a kid say something, like, it shit just genuinely makes me smile. Like, I love that shit. Like, it's like, it's a different respect for it. It's like, because I know, like, the love I have for my daughter is different, like different than I've ever felt in my life. Yeah, it's like it's unexplainable. Like it's real life, unexplainable. Like,
so I don't want to cut you off, but for one, on the lowest of keys, you've always loved kids, though. Even when we were kids, like I was the one that didn't like kids growing up. Yeah, you were the one that would play with kids all day, every day.
That was just because I was a kid. Like I you know me.
We're not even that far apart in age, bro. Like you just genuinely always love kids.
I was always playful. I was always outside.
Yeah, you have a childish spirit.
Yeah, exactly. So you already know. Like so I love that shit. But like it's just different, bro. Like if you have a kid, you just like it's like an instant switch. Like soon as she came out, soon as I was holding her for the first time and she grabbed my finger, it was just different. It was like, oh shit. Like, and then watching her go from that to grabbing something or crying when she's hungry or figuring out what she wants to that to her walking and telling her don't do this or don't do that and her not doing it. Like just the transition, you're like, yo, you're so raw. You don't know anything. I can make you believe anything I want you to believe. And that's why parents can be a downfall to a child.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bro, I almost passed out. Absolutely.
Like, I feel like parents try to put it all on the child and what they've been through. Why did they go through that? Because you told them that this was okay or that was okay, and that led them to believe this and go down that path. Yeah. It's a correlation, but it's like, parents ain't trying to hear that. You feel me? But
Absolutely
it's just like, yo, like, I learned a lot from my parents. You already know my mom. Yeah. I put my life on this. She's gonna watch this through and through all the way to the finish.
Well, I tell you, if anybody is gonna support anything,
my mom is supporting me.
Listen. His mom watches all of my stuff. That's how you know like, you got a real one.
Different, like so I feel like going back to the dad shit, like it's like my dad a lot growing up, like I have a bad memory. In general, I have a bad memory. But the shit I remember from him is like the times where he was like, I'm gonna be there and never show up. Yeah, so that's rough. That's rough when you telling me that during basketball. And then basketball ends up being my passion and what I do in life. No. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then I'm comparing that to what my mom does. Yeah. You know, my mom's totally different. She's watching every game. If it's in a 5-hour driving distance, she's there. Like, it's a different type of support. It's a whole, like, so it puts the pressure on him. But it's like, I never put that pressure on him. I never told him to do that. It's like, nigga, you can do the bare minimum and I don't care. But it's just like, I don't know. Ask me what's wrong or why, what do I need to do better? Like nigga, just be better. You feel me? If you wanted to be better, you would be better. You feel me? I'm still actively playing basketball. Yeah. This ain't high school when you told me you was gonna be there and it wasn't. Like you could be there if you wanted to. You could ask me about the streams if you wanted to. You feel me? It's just different. It's just different, bro. It's just my mom, like, it's totally opposite. Like, she put so much pressure on him, more pressure. So it's like, to the point where it's like, I don't even care if he supports or not. It doesn't bother, honestly, it doesn't bother me. That's why I can say what I just said, because it doesn't bother me.
I wonder if, not to try to therapize you, because clearly I'm no therapist, but I wonder if that's on the lowest of keys, like a defense mechanism. Like, when you know who somebody is, you know what to expect and what not to expect from them. So it's like, I'm not putting too much faith into this person because I know they're not going to meet this, like, what's the word for it? Meet this
standard.
Meet this standard or whatever.
I feel like just talking about the whole shit, it's like, it's no standard for you, bro, because I don't care. No. Like, I'm 29, bro. I don't care. Like, bro, if you want to watch the game or not, it is what it is. Like, bro, I'm not about to waste my energy. Like, I'm old enough to understand that everybody's their own person. You know what I mean? He obviously, like, bro, I haven't had one family member, including my mom, that's ever talked bad about him. Never. No. When I was in Canada in Moncton,
I feel like that's good.
When I was in Canada in Moncton, my mom's brother,
yeah,
used to tell me stories I never knew about my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But none of them was ever bad. Was he put in bad situations?
No.
Yeah. But am I old enough to understand the situations? Yeah. No. So I don't, like, nobody, everybody, they start off the conversation like, don't ever think your dad's a bad guy. No. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't believe that. I just believe certain situations put him in situations that made him made him, like, do the shit he did. You know what I mean? But I'm not holding that against him. But I just don't care to build that back up either. You feel me? I feel like I've been far enough where it's like, bro, even if you try to tell me something at this point, I probably wouldn't listen. So it's like, bro, like, I don't have a problem with you, bro. Like, we cool. Like, yeah. It's just like, I don't look at you. I don't look at you as that father figure in my life. You feel me? Like, I take what I.
Okay, now that's a little deep.
I take what I took. It like he told me one of the realest shits I ever heard though. He thought, like, when I was about to have my child and the mother of my child was pregnant, we was sitting in the garage. We was doing our thing, and he said one line. And we poured up a shot. He poured up a shot. I poured up a shot. He said, cheers. He said, just do better than me. Yeah. And that's the most respected thing I've ever heard out of his mouth that I ever respected, ever. I was like, I will. Like, in my heart, I didn't tell him that. In my soul, I told myself, like, I will. Like, yeah. Like, and like I said, like, it kind of goes like, every father might give something different. A father might be there, but not give this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. For him, it was the support. So, like, going into me with a child, like, anything my daughter wants to do, I will 100% support it. I would be behind her. I would be my mom in this situation. Like, I'm going to be behind you 100%. It'll be terrible at the shit. We're going to figure out a way for you to get good because this is what you want to do. Like, that's how I am with how I move. You feel me? Because I know how I was. I wasn't the top prospect in basketball. I wasn't the top 10. I wasn't on scout.com and in high school. If you remember, you remember. But I wasn't none of that. Like, I just grinded my way all the way up here. You feel me? So I know it's just all about work. So it's like, if she tell me, like, this is what I love, swimming, gymnastics, cheerleading, whatever. Like, if you tell me this is what I love, I'm going to invest in you in that. Yeah. And I'm going to hold you to that standard. Yeah. You feel me? Like I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to be like, this is what you say you wanted? Like, then we're going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and my mom, she supports everything. You know, she does what she can, but I feel like that father, like your dad, bro. Like, your dad did a lot for me. Like, your dad, like, hey, like, when I was really, like, coming out of college trying to make it and trying to figure out, like, all right, I want to go pro, so I need to do what I have to do to make it pro. Like, your dad was the one hit me up, like, 6 a.m. hoop sessions and this and that. Like, I'm going to them shit. Like, I'm real life waking up at 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to go hoop with 30, 40 years older than me. But I always been open-minded person. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going in them runs like, yeah, these niggas about to be mad athletic and do. Like, I took the IQ from them. You feel me? Like, every time you do something within what you love, like I can speak out of basketball. Like if I go hoop with younger people, I know I'm gonna have to. It's gonna make me pick up the pace and play faster and do this. If I play with older people, I'm gonna have to be smarter. So it really gave me an IQ for the game. You feel me? Because old heads ain't out there driving to the cup all crazy at 5:30 in the morning.
Smarter,
they gotta go to
not
work
harder.
in the morning. They going to work after this. Like they better take a shower and they finna go to work.
Absolutely.
Like so they not on that, bro. It's like now we finna pass this bitch around, and when somebody gets the overshot, we gonna make it, and that's real basketball though.
Yeah.
Like, that's basketball to a core. So like when you realize that, like that it helped me with my basketball IQ, like playing with them because I played with them young.
Yeah.
Like I was playing with them straight out of college.
Yeah,
so
I remember.
it used to like help me learn the game. It's not like, oh, it's not all about scoring. I can do it by myself. Like it made me play together because you know they doing they shit like they playing lazy. So they in the paint. They this. Ain't no 30 seconds to pick up. Like yeah, I'm sitting right here. Like you ain't gonna be just driving on us all crazy. So it made me like learn different aspects of the game, and I always respected that. Like. But I always been the type person to learn from every situation. You feel me? So it kind of helped with that.
So that's so funny that you say that though, because my pops is just like, yo, Tyrrel's getting basketball, and this is years ago. He's like, Tyrrel's getting basketball, but he needs to learn the game of basketball. It's more than just the skills. So the fact that you saying that, if he does watch this, he'll really be like, thank God, now I know he understood the lesson I was trying to teach him by having him attend certain sessions and stuff, so that's dope.
Yeah, man.
But you be saying so much shit, and I be trying to like weasel my way in to say certain stuff, but then you change the topic slightly to something else, and I be trying to keep little notes.
That's the being random, bro. That's the beauty of it. It's a gift and a curse. You gotta take it like anything in life.
So with that being said, pardon if this episode is kind of on the lowest of keys, all over the place, but this is what he wanted at the end of the day. He wanted us to come in and just like freestyle the shit. Just come in and have our usual talks. Because as I stated, I told you to stop sipping that.
I told you to sip more. You didn't listen to me, so I'm not listening to you.
But I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay.
I've stated my purpose. You,
You
can
did.
state yours.
You did. And I agree to disagree.
Okay.
So
I guess we're here now.
and we've been here.
Okay. I'm not doing that. You are.
That was
I'm
me.
sober.
You are not sober. Don't do that. That's why you laughing. You're not sober. But as you see, we've been talking for about an hour and 15 at this point. We got to wrap this up. So what I feel like we should honestly do is potentially do like a part 2.
Let's see how it goes, man.
I mean, absolutely.
Let's see how it goes. If the views is up, if the viewers want to see it, then obviously.
So you know what? I'm a little triggered. Let me put you on pause real quick. What is it for all of you that have been tuning in since day one, or you're new, whatever the case may be? What is it against my guys that y'all have? Like, because I've noticed that anytime I have one of my guys up here and we're speaking about real shit that we're like going through, the views be like minimal. They be half of what the females are getting. What is it that you don't like about this? Because this is like genuine conversation at the end of the day. It's no gimmicks. It's no, clickbait type of stuff or whatever. So I'm just a little confusion as far as what are you guys looking for in the type of conversations?
I don't think it has to do with the conversation. I just feel like girls are way more supportive over girls than guys are over guys.
And you know what's crazy? The other fella said that too, though.
That's 100%. Like girls want to see girls do good because it's not a lot of girls that's doing good. Yeah. And I feel like that's where that stems from. I feel like it ain't got
So are
nothing to do
you
with
saying
us.
the offbeat way guys have more of a hate in their heart than girls do?
I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say like the support is more. I'm not going to say, because you don't have to hate to not support. So, I mean, I feel like a girl is more happy to see like, that's what's up. She doing good. Yeah. You're more like a nigga ain't gonna be like, that's what's up. This nigga doing good. Like, unless that's that's his man's. It's like, but it's like, That's not really the case. Like, so I just feel.
No, I think you're speaking straight facts because that's something I concluded too. I'm like, damn, like, so clearly the viewers that are men will rather see me as a man, like, talking about certain topics with another female opposed to talking about shit that they can relate to from
I mean, you can't say they can't relate from the women because they can relate because they're trying to get the information to know how women think.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I see that too.
It's the same thing. Like I said, I just feel like women support women.
So how about
harder.
this, fellas? Just show some support to your fellow bros. Like, come on. Like, if the women can do it, we can do it too. Come on. Like, what you doing? Anyway.
Everybody's their own person, bro.
Right. So how about this? So if you really like the episode or whatever, we'll definitely continue this conversation and do a part 2. But you got to tune in first and foremost. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I can't stress this enough. By you guys liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, what it really does on the analytical, like the back side of things or whatever.
For his business, goddammit. Help the business out. That's what it really is. If you want to help the business, subscribe. You ain't got to watch and subscribe.
No, tell them to watch.
I mean, obviously, but I mean, goddamn.
You just said don't.
No,
you don't have to
that.
watch.
No, I didn't say that. I said you don't have to watch. So, like, yeah, I want you to watch it. Obviously, watch the show, but if all else fails, just subscribe. Goddamn it, just show that you are willing to.
Okay, how about this? In addition to subscribing, can you just like? Y'all don't know what likes will carry your channel, bro. Likes and subscribing will legit carry you to unknown places. They will open doors you didn't know existed. Please help the bro get there.
You heard him.
Please.
You heard him.
But if you want a part 2 follow up or whatever, comment. That's another thing you guys have not been doing. You will hit me up on Instagram all day, but my channel is here on the YouTube. I'm gonna need y'all to drop some more comments letting us know if you like the episodes, you like the discussions, whatever the case may be. Be honest. Like, we like honesty here. You get what I'm saying? So without further ado, we're gonna close out tonight's episode.
Hey, before we do that, you gonna have to goddamn, we just gonna pour up a shot and cheers at the end of the episode?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not, but
I'm smacked. Why are you doing this?
I didn't know if you wanted this type of bottle in your interview, so I just said delete it. If you don't, then pour up a shot and we're gonna keep it raw. Because I ain't with all the fake shit.
Are we toasting to anything, or are we just like at this point?
No,
if we're just getting drunk at this point, just say that.
No, we're gonna toast, bro.
How full is yours? Okay.
I'll pour nah, we definitely toast. I mean, it's always a toast, man. You can toast to more life.
I'm not. You're really getting on my nerves. To be true, you're really getting on my nerves.
Nah, man. Cheers to goddamn you going after something you want to go after, bro.
Purely.
Fuck all the other shit.
I almost died.
That's it.
I choked on my drink. Anyway, thank you guys who have lasted thus far, who have been tuning in. Again, I'm still going to say it. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, my peoples. And then, of course, per usual, I'm going to put all my brother's information in the description down below. You can follow him in his journey with his basketball, all that stuff. He's open to your DMs, all that good stuff. But anyway, okay, last thing. Is there anything else you want to give to people before we close out tonight's episode?
Oh, no, not really. Honestly.
You really just made me take a shot and I'm hurt.
Nah, man, I just want to say follow your dreams, follow your heart, and do what you love.
Right.
That's all I got.
Fathers, be better fathers. I'm not going to skip over that. After that last spill that we gave, fathers, be better fathers. And that's just that on that. So, until next week, we're out. That does it for tonight's episode.
Tequila.
It's the tequila for me.
Out.
All right, deuces.
Thank you for tuning in to sip on this with a Paris. About to get lit with these topics. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for the love and your time. Never get too late.